All right, guys and girls, the dosing of the potassium is complete. It was in the tank for probably about, I'd say, 20 to 25 minutes or so before it exhausted itself. Like I said in the previous videos, once it started to turn the brownish color, more so light pinkish color, I then turned my sump, a 75-gallon sump, I turned that on, and I let it cycle through there to try to kill off whatever is free floating around in the sump. So the water has cleared up really nicely. It's still a little bit cloudy. I put a tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide in the tank just to deactivate the brownish color. That's what I was recommended to do, was to use hydrogen peroxide, and it cleared up. It's amazing how fast it clears up. It cleared up in probably about, I'd say, 2 minutes or so, maybe 3 minutes at most. So as I make the video here, just hoping that this is going to be the key to getting over this situation that I had. We'll see. I was recommended to do 2, if not 3 doses of this. So this being the first, I'll wait. I was told to wait about 2 days or 3 days. I think it was actually 3 days before I put the second dose in. So I will go ahead and wait 3 days, and I'll go ahead and put a second dose in. I'm also going to dose probably Paragard, only because that's the only thing I have parasite-wise now on hand. I'm not too crazy about Paragard. I've used it in the past. And honestly, just in my experience, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but just in my experience, I haven't really had much success with it. I just really haven't seen, too many positives come out of it, just for me. So I don't know, maybe it was just bad luck or whatever, but that's what I have on hand. I have a bunch of bottles of it laying around, so I'll go ahead and dose that, and just kind of wait and see. One thing I did notice big time, and this is what I was hoping. I don't know if you guys can see them doing it in the video, like this guy right here. He was just doing it, but a lot of these guys were flashing, mainly their gills, it looks like, which is why I suspected it to be possible gill fluke. Of course, it could be numerous other things, obviously, but so I expect maybe it's gill flukes, but not 100% sure. But up until I had dosed, not all of them, but a good handful of them were scratching all over the place, and now none of them are really scratching except for maybe the 1 or 2 here and there. So I've noticed a huge improvement. I don't know if that is just a coincidence, or that is this medication actually working that quick. I was told that it most likely would work that quick, and I was kind of skeptical, to say the least, about that, but I'm hoping that is the case, that it is working just even after the first dose. So we'll see what happens. I did notice I have a couple more sick fish, and I'm gonna have to pull them out of the tank here as soon as I'm done making this video. I've got this guy over here, and you guys can tell me what you think I should do with these guys at this point, because my plan is to put them in a quarantine tank, maybe with just API General Cure. I'm not really sure what I'm going to dose the tank with yet. Maybe some aquarium salt, but we'll see. This guy right here, this Obi, if I can get it to focus here, it looks like he's got a little bit of wasting disease. And he's definitely got Popeye, because his eyes are really bulging out of his head at this point. This has kind of taken place over the last couple days. It's popped up now. So I want to try to see if I can save him. I don't know if that'll be possible or not. And then the last fish I'm concerned about is this albino Obi. He is breathing heavy, as you can see, and it looks like he is starting to get Malawi bloat as well. I have not had luck with fish surviving after they start getting Malawi bloat. We all know it's pretty tough to get rid of. So not really sure what I'm going to do with him exactly. There he is. I'm thinking about putting him in possibly a second quarantine tank and add some Epsom salt, but definitely open to suggestions. So whatever you guys think would be the best option for me here at this point. I greatly appreciate any, any pointers as to where to go from here.